Polaroid Impulse Autofocus. We're gonna get some pictures with this. It says I'm at about 5 shots left on here, so we'll see what happens. This Polaroid uses sonar to autofocus itself, hence autofocus. It's not always accurate, but I'm gonna test it today to see how accurate it actually is in broad daylight. It says I only have 5 shots left on here. I did use this camera before and it was awesome, but it was all in low light and I used the flash, so we'll see what happens. Film is not cheap as well, like Polaroid film especially. It's like $2 and something cents per shot. It only comes with 8 shots, and I bought this for around $19 to $20 some. Not the actual camera, but the film inside the camera. The camera uses Polaroid 600 series film, so it's still made today. Still inexpensive-ish compared to other film that isn't made today. I would say that if you can find a camera like this really cheap, it's definitely worth picking up some film and trying to get into photography. I wouldn't say this is like professional photography style camera, but you can get some professional looking photos from it. With the right lighting and the right composition, you could definitely get a really good professional high quality photo from this. I believe this camera was introduced around 1980 something. I'm not 100% sure. I did research on it the other day, but I kind of forget some of the details. So Polaroid does have their own little straps that come off of their cameras, but I added my own little strap. It's a wrist strap. It's just easier to carry. It's not hanging everywhere and getting in my way. So to actually activate the camera, I have to press this little button at the top, which shows the flash as well, but it also opens the lens. Watch, ready? Awesome. I would get pictures of flowers and shit, but I feel like that's just so normal. I don't know. Is there something over here possibly? With the picnic tables? Can we make something out of that? I'm not really sure what we could do with this. Is there a composition here? I don't know. I think it's just kind of ugly looking. I don't think there's any composition here. Well, let's just walk down into this way, I guess, to see what's down here. So we're going to the little woods area over there, which I have gotten a lot of pictures over here before. It's not a bad area. I actually like it. But the problem with this camera is if it's too dark in certain areas and it notices it, it will turn the flash on, which is gonna overexpose certain areas and underexpose others. What people have done to compensate for that is they'll put the flash up like you have to, and then they'll just cover the flash when they go to take the picture using the shutter button, which I think works, but I haven't tried it myself, so I guess we can give it a shot. But I wanted to get that. The problem is what I'm seeing here with my eyes is not going to be the same that comes out of here. So I have to figure out how to get a good composition of the little water sewer thing in the, I don't know, there's something cool about it. Maybe I'll even go a little forward to see what happens. See, I have been here before and I've almost fell in that exact fucking puddle. That puddle just doesn't go away, so I don't, and I'm definitely not wearing the right shoes for this shit. See, I'm gonna try to show you what the Polaroid's seeing, but I'm using a wide angle lens right now. I doubt it's gonna work, but that's what the Polaroid's seeing. It's really not gonna be the same thing as what I'm looking at, but I'm gonna give it a shot anyway. I think I'm gonna allow the flash to go off if it does, but I'm gonna use this little dial right here to, I think that's what that's for, underexposing and overexposing. I think. I'm not sure. I really don't know. I'm new to this camera. So let me see. And there's the photo right there. Now we got to put this in a dark little area so it can develop correctly. So I ended up putting the little picture in my bag so it's gonna develop properly and hopefully get no light leaks or anything. I'm new to Polaroid and this style of Polaroid especially. I like the older style more than the newer and digital, just because there's that aesthetic that everybody looks for in this fucking camera, and I just don't know how to put my finger on it. It's just amazing. And the fact that you can get these for literally $25 working and the film for $19, it's awesome. Something so old can still work in today's day and age and give you great results. So personally, I don't know why you wouldn't want to give this a shot. I would definitely recommend it. Even if you don't go for Polaroid, try to go for any other 35mm film camera or 120 film cameras. At the end of the day, you're going to get the film aesthetic that you were looking for from any one of those cameras, and it's going to be amazing. I have been doing this for the past couple months now, and I know that's not a lot, but still within that past couple of months, I've learned a lot and I've seen a lot just from these old cameras. You may think that they're old and they're not going to get anything great, but I can guarantee you they will capture the most amazing photos you've ever seen. Shit, I'm sure you've seen a whole bunch of film photos and didn't even know it was film photos. But with that said, try to get one, and I'm going to get back to shooting. Look at the mushroom. That might be cool. I might be able to do something with that. Do you think the film camera will actually be able to pick that up the correct way? The exact way that my eyes see it? I don't know. Let's try. So I want to angle it some weird way, but I can't look into the eyepiece. So I'm going to try to just guess this one. We're going to go with this. Ready? Let's see if the flash goes off. 3, 2, 1. The flash did go off, so it's probably gonna look not exactly what my eyes seen, but let's try it again and cover the flash this time. This is actually more difficult than what I thought it would be. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Damn, that flash was actually hot. All right, so now we have 2 of these images. We're gonna let them develop in the bag and then we'll come back to them. I really hope at least one of those photos turned out cool because I actually kind of like that. But like I said, most of the time in this area, it's probably gonna just shoot off flash because there's not enough light shining into its sensor. How much light goes in here will depend on if the flash will go off or not. Even just like this, if it was really bright and the light was shining directly into it, I could just cover this, pop this up, click the button, and the flash will still go off because it thinks it's dark. But once it's uncovered and the light gets to go in there, the flash will not go off. Would this be, this might be something too. Look at this, y'all. This might be something here. What do we got? This is beautiful. I wish the geese that are all the way out there were all the way up here. I don't know, let's see what we could do here. Maybe I can catch one of the fireflies. Sorry, not fireflies, they barely exist anymore. Dragonflies, that's what I meant to say. All right, well, let's give this a shot. So I have my feet down here like this, and I'm actually liking, in the Polaroid image, it'll show my feet kind of coming up with all this. It looks good, I'm gonna try it. Hopefully the flash don't go off. The flash ended up going off, unfortunately. And it didn't come out. The picture did not come out. It says I have one more picture left, but the picture didn't come out. Does that mean it's jammed? Is that a bad thing? Should we try it again? Let's see what happens. Hopefully it's not jammed. It says I have no more shots now, but the shots that were supposed to come out never even came out. There's 2 that are stuck in there apparently. All right, now we gotta fix this somehow. So let's turn it off and open her up and see if there's any film that was left in there. They didn't even give me 8 shots in this cartridge. They didn't even give me 8 shots in this cartridge. There's no other film that's in there. They lied to me. They're ripping me off. Polaroid, what are you doing? That's honestly really sad because there's supposed to be 8 shots in here. I've only gotten 5 or 6. And there's supposed to be 2 other ones that were left in here because they never came out. I thought it was jammed, but it's not. They're just not there. They don't exist apparently. Well, that's a little sad. That really sucks. These cameras also, if you didn't know, do not have any batteries in them. The battery's actually in the cartridge. Underneath this plate, oh, maybe I will. There it is. That's the battery right there. And you can't even use all the battery. There's still battery in there. So Polaroid is a little bit of a waste, I'm not gonna lie. Now we get to do my favorite part of any film camera, and that's loading it. Again, they still make this film, and you can get it at Walmart for literally 19 bucks is what I got it for. So let's load the camera. Let's try it again, see what we can capture. Don't shake it like a Polaroid. Andre 3000 was wrong. Just put it away in a safe place and it will develop. So I don't really know where else we're gonna go because that and that doesn't really mix well. Maybe I can try to get across there somehow. This is a really bad idea actually. Oh shh. This is a stupid ass idea. It's working though. Shit. Never mind, we're good. On to take some more pictures with the Polaroid. It'd be nice if we could find like a really old-fashioned Ford truck, but I'd never seen one around here, so. Or maybe like a brand new car on a really old vintage film. You see the vision? I think we should probably try to get that car right there on this, or that car right there. Well, I don't know, I kind of like the black aesthetic more. So for some reason the flash ended up still going off and it's very bright, so I kind of don't understand what's going on with that. One thing I did just realize, and I might have fucked up on, is this is not put back to the middle, so everything might be a little overexposed. Let's hope not. We still got, 7 pictures left. I don't know what we're gonna do. And like I said, we can't waste this. It's $2 a picture. There's usually a nice, really old-fashioned Corvette that's sitting there, but it's not there today. Out of all days, of course, it's not there. So once again, I don't know why the flash keeps going off, even though it's in direct broad daylight. It's not supposed to do that, so I really hope that none of these images are fucked up because of that. I'm not sure if the camera changes its own exposure settings when the flash goes off or not. I don't know if it's that smart or not, but if it does, they're fucked up. If it doesn't, then we're good. There's nothing interesting here. I'm just blindly walking at this point. I kind of don't want to walk this way anymore. Let's just start heading back, because it's too damn hot out here for this. I do want to end up wasting all the film though. I want to get rid of all the film so I can get some more film. It's really freaking hot out here, which I don't think is very good for this camera because of the film inside. It's like the camera itself is hot, so we gotta head back soon or get directly in the shade. You know what? I thought about it and I've decided I am gonna get a picture of a flower just to see how close the sonar autofocus can actually focus to, or if it's any good anyway. We gotta go back down this, but honestly, I thought of something. What if I'm standing on this log right here, balancing my ass off to get a picture of that? Oh shit. Oh shit. We're trying it. We're getting there. I'm not even gonna try to look. I'm just gonna get it. I'm just gonna get the photo. I can't look that far down. Damn. Shit. And there we go. Boom. Uh-oh. No. No, I gotta turn around. Fuck. We're good. Now I gotta put this in my bag as well. We're running out of photos. We're getting good. Maybe I can do something with a pine cone. Maybe I just put it right there and get a close-up of the pine cone instead of flowers. Ah, fuck it. I'll still get flowers because that's not as pretty. I'm gonna try to get super close to it too without scratching my Insta360 lens. Flash still went off. Don't know why it does that. I might have to take a look at this camera because honestly, that's kind of like sad that it's doing that. It's not supposed to be doing that, which means the camera is technically malfunctioning. And I've never had to fix or look at a Polaroid before, so I really don't know what I'm in for. Hopefully, it's not a hard fix, and hopefully it's just something, I don't even know what it could be. Maybe this needs to be cleaned a little bit more. I don't know. Maybe I could try to get that. We got 5 photos left. Let's see what we can do with that. There it comes, boom. Honestly, I just had a vision. I just had a vision of this 700 building right here. Like, I know it's ugly, but hear me out. What if it's at an angle like this with the sun just barely shining through? That might be cool. That, I really think is going to be a fucking cool ass photo. I genuinely think that is going to be the coolest photo I have. So I ended up walking a little bit more and I found these. I'm going to try this at an up close shot to see how the sonar autofocus actually is. And I also might try to get some light leaks with this. This is going to be another cool one. So the light is right there, so I'd have to like go underneath it, and I kind of don't want to do that. So let's try something that's already above me, like this. So we literally have 2 shots left on here, and I really don't see anything else to get shots of, and I'm not trying to just waste these 2 shots, so maybe I'm gonna save them. Actually, I just found the fucking car I'm getting a photo of right there. And I just came up with another idea, actually. I'm gonna get the basketball hoop shot. I think that's gonna look good too. All right, so here we go. Okay, so we just found out that Polaroid is actually fucking lying to us. There's not 8 shots in here, there's 6. I have 6 exposures. It says 1 left, but if I go like this, nothing comes out. They're fucking lying. So I found out 2 things about Polaroid and this camera. This camera, number 1, the flash is not working correctly, so it's not reading light correctly, which is a malfunction I gotta fix. And number 2, Polaroid is fucking lying to us and literally giving us only 6 exposures instead of 8 as it says on the fucking box, which pisses me off a little bit because it's not $2 a photo anymore, it's like $4 a photo now. My math isn't really mathing correctly, but still, I still have the box right here from when I opened it, and right there it says 8 instant prints. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very disappointed about that. Polaroid, why are you doing that to us? But we're about to go inside, look at the fucking images, and hopefully they're good. Now, let's take a look at the Polaroids, see what we got. First, let's count how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's definitely not 16 prints here. I did use a few the last time, but I can't say that there's 8 prints in a fucking Polaroid when it's not showing me 8 prints, it's only giving me 6. But not all of the pictures that I took are developed yet, and I will say, even though they're not completely developed yet, these are fucking awesome. These are really cool Polaroid pictures. The aesthetic of Polaroid is definitely there. Oh my god! And I was so right about that 700 building. It turned out freaking awesome. Okay, so what I will say is some of the photos are overexposed, some of them are underexposed because of the flash, and some of them are literally just perfect Polaroid photos. I'm gonna show you the pinecone one first because that was the test I really wanted to test. And that was to see if the sonar autofocus was actually going to be able to focus up close and see how close it can actually do it to. But unfortunately, it did not focus up close, and this is what the picture looks like. It's just a tad bit overexposed, and it's not in focus, unfortunately, but I feel like that one would have been a cool photo. The next one I'm going to show is not, I don't even know if it's completely developed yet. I think it might be. It was one of the first ones I took, but it was of that black car, and it is a little bit overexposed, and I think that's because I had it slided over to overexposing it a little bit. The next photo I'm going to show is actually of the pond, and I feel like I could have done the composition just a tad bit better and got everything framed up correctly, but I do like that photo, and the colors are still coming in, so we'll see what happens. I am realizing that a lot of these photos where it's supposed to be blue, it's showing a lot of purple, so I don't know if that has to do with me or it's just how the film gets developed itself. Oh my god, this one's kind of everywhere. But this is, I think, the actual first photo that I got doing this video. So you remember how I said I wanted that sewage little thing in the woods to pop out and stand out? I just thought there was something about it that looked good, but I was scared that it was gonna be overexposed or underexposed. It turns out it's kind of almost perfect. The colors are there, the overexposure is overexposing in certain areas and underexposing in others, like it's supposed to. And you can definitely tell where the sewage tank is. It's just really hard to see it unless you look directly in the center of the photo. Here is that photo, and I actually really love it. Now next, I'm gonna show the mushrooms. There's 2 of these mushroom photos, if you remember. I got one with flash, and then I got one where I was covering the flash. And personally, I like the one more where I was covering the flash because this is what they look like. And as you can see in this photo, it doesn't even look like it's focused correctly when the flash went off. This one, however, is focused correctly, maybe not perfectly exposed, but you can make out everything that went on in that photo. So I'm gonna go with this one as my favorite. I really like that one. For the next one, it was when I was sitting there and I was showing my feet in the camera frame. This one could have turned out a little bit better, to be honest. I like it, but it doesn't give me the same vibe as what I thought it was going to. And then just one of the lake where I was standing on that little log. That didn't really turn out that great either, to be honest. Not my favorite. Now here's where things get a little bit crazy, okay? So we have that picture of the 700 building. I'm gonna save that for last because that is absolutely the best film photo I've ever gotten on Polaroid, ever. Which doesn't say a lot because I haven't really used Polaroid all that much. But we'll start off with the shitty ones, I think. So these ones are way overexposed. If you remember, I was saying I wanted to get a picture under the flower where I can get the light kind of shining through, giving little light leaks. It ended up not doing that and didn't focus on the flower. It ended up overexposing the image and no light leaks at all. It's just a complete light leak. The whole photo is a light leak. I'm gonna give that a 0 on the Polaroid scale of me taking photos because that was really just horrible. Another horrible one is like, I swear I was getting this framed up correctly, so maybe in the Polaroid it looks off a little bit, but it's not even even. It doesn't look even. You can see that there is a lens flare right there, a light leak, but it's so uneven that the composition, it wouldn't even matter because it's overexposed. So that's another 0. But for the moment we've all been waiting for. This is what we've all been waiting for. The 700 building. This photo it's honestly so cool. It might just be a tad bit overexposed, but you can still make out absolutely everything that's going on in the photo, and it kind of looks like it was done on purpose. And there's also a little bit of character to this photo because you'll see a little bit of yellow spots everywhere. I don't know where that came from or what that's from, but it looks like it had something to do with the actual developing pieces at the bottom here. One thing before I show you the photo, if you didn't know, when the Polaroid photo goes through the rollers of the Polaroid for it to get ejected out, there's little pouches here with the actual developing serum that will go all over this sheet, developing this picture. That was the 700 building. You can see the lens flare, you can see the light, you can see the 700, you can see the building, you can see everything in this photo. I love the composition, I love the way it looks, I even love the overexposure. That is a #1 film photo for me. But out of all of these photos, you let me know which one was your favorite, and if you want to do this again, let me know if you want to go on a little adventure. I have many different cameras. All you gotta do is let me know what camera you want to see me shoot with next, because I have tons. But for right now, peace out, deuces motherfuckers, have a good one.